2016 saw an upturn in the volume and creativity of hacks and mega breaches on a global scale. Dealing with a cyber attack is no longer a question of if, but when. The frequency with which many firms have to struggle and defend against cyber attacks is striking. Over the last year, cybercrime activities cost the global economy over $450 billion. The vast amount of personal accounts that were stolen reached more than 2 billion. In the US alone, over 100 million Americans had their medical records stolen. The daily costs associated with cyber attacks are high. Depending on the industry, it is not difficult to imagine potentially catastrophic outcomes where the financial damage is exponential. When millions are invested in efforts to bring a new drug to the market, theft of the formula or manufacturing process could be devastating. Tampering with financial data could quickly cause significant volatility in global markets. Damage to data or systems could disrupt business operations for far longer than expected, requiring additional investments. Data breaches always present a reputational risk. Cybersecurity issues will result in a decrease in a company's immediate sentiment score. Consumer trust is key to reputation. If a hack forces you to lose the trust of one consumer, she will share her experiences with others and damage your company's reputation. Furthermore, a cyber breach could also harm your online reputation, and search engines could blacklist the website. How about regulatory fines? Banks must have in place policies and procedures regarding customer due diligence and activity monitoring. Globally, banks have paid over $321 billion in fines since 2008 for an abundance of regulatory failings, from money laundering to market manipulation and terrorism financing. What is the true cost of fraud? In most of the fraud cases, money leaves the institution before it is noticed. Fraud losses. In multiple instances where money was lost, banks absorb some of the losses. Remediation and investigation. The staff time can add up to 200 hours per fraud event. Legal costs and compliance. We have just seen previously the astonishing regulatory fines that have been applied since 2008. Customer churn. Businesses took banking services elsewhere following the occurrence of fraud. Reputation. Confidence in a financial institution is reduced to half after only one fraud incident. The real cost of fraud is much higher than typically reported. Let's go step by step through an example. By various malicious ways, the customer is compromised and his account is hacked. The cybercriminal steals funds from the customer's account. When the customer notices the fraudulent activity, he raises complaints and the bank has to deal with them. After investigation, the bank refunds the losses to the customer. The bank also advises him to reset all the online accounts and passwords. The customer follows the guidelines but does not trust the bank anymore and is afraid to make further online and mobile transactions. The customer will share his bad experience with family, friends, and the digital world. What follows next is media attention. The reputation of the bank will be forever damaged. This concludes the chapter devoted to exploring the damage caused by cybercrime. Learn more today. Visit VASCO.com.